This next guest and I had a soulfully delightful time together, and I think you're going to enjoy the spiritual downloads and a whole lot more. Hi there. My name is Tessa Lynne Alburn. Welcome to Say Yes to Your Soul. This is where we're going to talk about how you can get past your spiritual plateaus, raise your feminine energy, and express your true self with sparkle. Hello there. Thanks for joining us. We have a wonderful guest here with us today. Her name is Silvia Quintella. Sylvia is an entrepreneur, certified soul, life coach, and mentor with a passion for energy healing modalities and for helping others. She found her path from Brazil to the U.S. only by determination and overcoming setbacks. And this has led to her fulfillment of her soul's desires. She empowers women globally through word transformation for growth, self-love, and prosperity. Yippee. So, welcome, Sylvia.
Hi, Tessa. It's a joy to be part of your podcast. Thank you so much for inviting me, and thank you to your listeners for being here today.
Thank you. We're really happy you're here. I just loved meeting you, and your energy is just infectious. It's not even positivity. It's just like your enthusiasm for life is really beautiful. And so I think I would just like to have you begin here with maybe starting with, what does soul work look like for you, Sylvia?
Oh, this is a beautiful question. So, Tessa, I believe we are spiritual beings having an experience in a physical body. All of us are here in this unique university or school, whatever you want to call, or planet Earth, to evolve, grow, and transform what isn't serving our existence anymore. Our souls know exactly what the lessons and transformations are that we need to walk the divine steps to reach the highest frequency and an evolvement that is our birthright. And the problem is our physical being forgets about the meaning of this journey. We start doing the soul work when our body is aligned with our mind and with your soul. Because, many times we feel stuck or we just don't know how to proceed because there's too much noise inside of your head. And this noise can block our connection with your soul and our ability to listen to your intuition. So to do so work, in my point of view, it's important to start to dig into what the judge that exists inside of your head that is doing to sabotage or connect with your soul. We also have to recognize any negative programs that may be residing in us from, for example, like a childhood or past traumas, or even past lives for who believes it. And our soul, right? And our soul has the blueprint of our spiritual journey in your physical body. So then I believe, with the work that we do here, after releasing trapped emotions that could be contributing to those issues we are having in your lives, we can start seeing the miracle work in letting our soul's desires guide us.
That's really beautiful. You said something right in the beginning that I'd love for you to expound on a little bit.
Sure.
Where you were saying the physical being forgets about the soul journey. Can you say a little bit more about that?
Sure. So, of course, respecting everybody's beliefs, but I'm originally from Brazil. So in Brazil, we're very spiritual, extremely spiritual. So we believe that, like the planet is a school. So we choose to come here. And sometimes it's painful to be here for your soul. So as we are here, the universe, the divine source, protect us for forget about where we came from, home. Because for me, home is from another dimension. This is just a moment for me. So the divine intelligence is so gracious, is so amazing to us that we forget what we really came to do here, the lessons, the way that we could evolve with people around us. Because if we remember what happened in other lives, it'll be even more painful.
Yes, that's, like I can feel even the sadness of that, even as you speak about it. And I think even for myself, that was a huge part of really being able to embrace life here, because I still had an inkling of that.
We all of that have, yeah. I have compassion for that.
Thank you. And so it really required me to let go of that, right? And to choose to be here 100%, not partially. And I think so many of us then in that process, we go through these challenges in our physical body. So, right?
It can be insane, especially, when we go through also external transformations. The planet is going through a lot of transformations now, as we are soul coaches and we are here to guide other souls. I feel that it's been a little bit heavy to be in your body right now.
Yes. And it's been getting more heavy, to feel the weight and the intensity of so much struggle and some of the horrific things that are happening, on the planet.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. I just need to breathe through that one.
I know. Me too. It's all in divine order, darling.
Yes, indeed. So, Sylvia, could you share with our listeners how you know when you're aligned with your soul?
Yeah. And I think this is a beautiful question because complement what we just talked about. There is a sense of flow. So when we are in alignment with your soul, with your spirit, there is a sense of flow. We feel peaceful. We don't have that need to force the situation to happen or control the results. We just become an observer of the situation. And I think it's much easier to know when we are not in alignment with our soul than when we are, right? Because remember that inner critical voice keeps shouting all the time throughout the day.
Sure is. Oh my gosh. Yes.
Yeah, it's crazy, right? If we pay attention to how we feel in your body, it will lead us in the right direction to show if our state of mind is peaceful enough to listen to your soul or intuition. Can I give you an example?
Yes, please.
So when we are not treating our body with kindness and love, like, we're not getting enough rest, or, I'm going through menopause, so I'm not having a lot of symptoms, but it's different. The hormones are different. So sometimes I don't sleep well, and this also affects the way that I will nourish my body with the nutrients that have high frequency. So it's a group of things that help us to be in tune with your soul. And so if we feel completely off, and it's hard to connect and listen to your souls trying to speak to us. The key here, I think, Tessa, the key to dancing with your soul's connection is to be aware of the way our body and mind are feeling, that they are in the same high frequency, the same high vibration met with your soul's frequency. So, for example, if you're feeling sorry for yourselves at that moment, because of what is happening in the planet or health or a lack of communication that we had with a partner, with a coworker, whatever. We just say, okay, you just embrace that feeling. I'm feeling secure now. I'm feeling stuck. And then you just put your hands on your heart, and you just, I love this mantra, divine order, take the lead. Divine order, take the lead. It's boom. And you just observe.
I love that. That's beautiful.
Thank you.
Yes, it's like that's surrender in action right there.
Yep.
You said something about, really paying attention, being aware of how the body and mind are feeling. And I'd love to just pause right there for a moment. If you could share one way to do that.
Sure. So we live in a very busy world, right? So I feel that moving your body, it's extremely important. And also journaling. So, for example, if you are feeling secure, if you are feeling vulnerable, if we are feeling unease with a specific situation, we need to change the focus on the situation. And moving your body or doing some stretch or taking a bath, something that is more physical, it will help us to take a break of that problem. And then channeling or journaling that I love to do, you just close your eyes, you get a paper or even your cell phone. Sometimes I text myself message. So I just close. Seriously. So I
do too. I'm laughing because I do the same thing.
Because sometimes we don't have a paper and a pen, and it's like you're in the supermarket, you get a message.
Exactly.
But anyway,
I use email a lot.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. So, but ideally, if there is something really that you're feeling stuck on, so ideally you'll be like, take a bath, go for a quickly walk, or go cook, anything, stretching, and then close your eyes again, put your hands on your heart, because this position of putting your hands on your heart, it's a way that you're just say, hey, soul, I need your help. So it's like I'm touching you, soul, right? Heart and soul. So then you just ask divine guidance from your spiritual team. Hey, guys, I need you. I'm stuck here. Please show me the way. Divine order, take the lead. And then you just imagine that, divine order is driving your car and the car is your life. And this is for every single thing. It's a metaphor, but it's a beautiful metaphor.
Fantastic. So it sounds like this is one of the ways that you tap into your soul and listen to your soul. And I'm also curious if there's any other way that you do that, where you feel like you really, you really get those strong messages from your souls.
So, as I was saying, we live in this very busy and crowded world, not only inside of your head, but externally as well. So besides, being nature, moving your body, journaling, I also love, Tessa, using energetic downloads that I learned being a Theta Healing practitioner. They're a wonderful way to activate our feelings and emotions into every single cell and fiber of our body to help to rewire your subconscious mind, which means our subconscious mind carries many negative programs, and it can be easy to forget what is our birthright again, right? And receiving message from your soul and also from your spiritual team is our birthright. Can I give you a few examples of these beautiful energetic downloads?
I think this would be wonderful. I'd love to hear some. I think our listeners would love to hear those examples. Yes.
Yeah. And maybe we can put they can write down later on, they can listen again this, because, it's a little bit extensive, but so I just ask, all of you guys, say yes, big yes at the end of each download. Okay.
Okay.
So let's go. I know what it feels like to receive divine guidance from my soul. Yes?
Yes.
I understand what the divine perspective of following my soul's desires is. Yes? I am delighted to feel the divine presence of my soul's desires being materialized in my life. And I'll say a big, big yes. And it's done, it's done, it's done. Thank you, Creator. And so now we just feel all these magical, energetic downloads bathing every cell, every fiber of your body, activating on a DNA level. And so it is.
And so it is. Oh, that was beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you, darling.
Yes, and I'm going to make that available to our listeners. I think I'll separate out that little audio even in the show notes.
Yeah, cute.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
That's a beautiful way. I love it. So it's a sequence of beautifully crafted questions that get us connected fully to our divine guidance.
Exactly.
And we're in that receiving mode for them to come in, the answers to come to us.
Yep.
We already, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. And also quite the inner critical mind, the ego mind.
Exactly. It can't argue with that stuff, right?
Like, oops, I got it.
Exactly. Oh, somebody else is in charge now.
Yeah, okay, you'll be quiet now.
Sylvia, how does listening to your soul, how would you say it's helping you even today in your life?
Sure. So I will give an example of what is happening, just happened in my life. So recently I moved from Raleigh to Carolina Beach in North Carolina. And it was a chaotic and very busy time, especially because my mother fell very ill. I really needed to find, that inner peace that we only find when we are in tune with your soul's guidance. So every morning I would wake up a little earlier and practice a bit of Qigong or yoga, along with a meditation, the one that I'm offering you guys, a free gift to your listeners. And the beautiful thing about this meditation, Tessa, I received that message throughout channeling, because it allows us to connect with your higher self in such an easy way, because our higher self, you know better than anybody else, Tessa, because, you start with the higher self before we start the show. The higher self knows the best version of ourselves, and our soul knows all the wounds that we had from these and other lives. So throughout the day, when I face like exhaustion because of the moving, sadness because of my mother, the effects of my menopausal hormone shifts, I would ask myself what my higher self and soul would choose to do in those specific situations. And then, so as I mentioned earlier, our soul always knows what our birthright is. And every situation in your life is meant to prepare us for the next one. So listen to your soul. Allow us to be in harmony with everything that life presents to us, both the challenging and the positive experiences.
Yes. Oh, that's beautiful. And it's so interesting. As you were just saying all of that, I felt like I was entering into sort of this altered state, and almost like those were words that I already know or I've heard somewhere, and it sounded like a lullaby to me.
Yeah, because you're listening with your heart, with your soul.
That's right. Yeah.
It's just a reminder, right?
Yes, it is. And I love that you mentioned that the highest self she's not just like the master, and she's not always just like driving us or pushing us to be better. She really gets it all, right? She knows what we've been through. She can see all of that, and she's aware of that bigger picture, right?
And she doesn't judge us.
Not at all. She's just got love and wisdom for us.
And she knows that we can do better.
Yes, because we can be everything.
We can. And the saboteur that kind of block our progress here in this planet. So this is the reason that I ask myself all the time when I'm feeling insecure, vulnerable, whatever, what my higher self would choose to do on this situation. It's bingo. Because, your higher self is not going to choose to have a whole pint of ice cream. Or your higher self is not going to choose to be mean to another person who hurt you. Right? Your higher self say, no, darling, everything's working out for you. I'm here with you. We are one. Just breathe. It's a completely different approach, right?
It is. And I was going to ask you for a tip or piece of guidance, but that's it right there. That is the golden nugget, right?
Yeah, but there is also another way that we can also connect in a deeper way with our soul.
Uh-huh.
Can I give you some piece of guidance for your audience?
Absolutely.
Wonderful. So another way to connect with your souls is giving commands to be divinely guided and aligned. It doesn't matter if you are feeling great or anxious, lost, whatever. So I invite you, darling, and your beautiful listeners to close your eyes. Just breathe in and out. And imagine that you see a beautiful, bright portal in front of you. I invite you to walk through this marvelous portal, this sacred and divine place. And here, darling, is where you feel the divine, unconditional love. Here's where you meet your authentic self, your higher self, your soul's energy. You feel loved, celebrated, safe, confident, peaceful, and completely connected with the Creator. And now in silence, please repeat after me. Divine Source, it's commanded that anything that has been preventing me from being connected with my soul, or any negative program, be put, canceled, transformed, and transmuted on all 4 levels. The core level from my childhood, the soul level from any soul contract that is ready to be completed, this is the highest good of all, and especially from the genetic level from my ancestors, and restore any karma from this life or other lives. It's commanded that these negative programs or lack of connection with my soul's desires be sent to the divine bright white light. Beautiful. And now just imagine that it's being sent and released to this gorgeous violet flame, embracing with this divine unconditional love. And poof! It's done, it's done, it's done. Thank you, Creator. Woohoo!
Woohoo! Thank you, Creator. Yes. Oh, that was lovely.
Thank you, Tessa.
It's really rare when I get to have a wonderful spiritual experience with somebody else leading. So I
Oh,
really appreciate that. Yeah.
oh, I have tears in my eyes of emotion.
Oh, just it's beautiful.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you for leading us through that, Sylvia.
My pleasure.
I know that it may not be obvious to everybody listening, but there's a lot of mastery in that, in the techniques and the skills. I know that when we're in the experience in a certain way, really reaching to different parts of the brain, the psyche, the past lives, other dimensions, like the genetics, all that stuff is so important. And
profound.
yes, profound. And I have a feeling you just helped a lot of people alter up.
It will be the day of my life because, we're here to serve, right? We're here to serve others with our love and knowledge and, expertise. But I'm here to serve.
We are, and I'm so grateful that you are here to serve and you're sharing with our listeners today.
Thank you so much. This is absolutely, absolutely amazing. You are amazing.
I think this is exactly why I created this podcast, Sylvia.
Amazing. I feel we are in another dimension right now.
We are.
I have goosebumps all over my body.
Yes, I do. And you know what? I want to say one other thing. At some point you were doing hands on heart and you were connecting it to soul. And I think that I want to highlight that because there are many people saying, connect with your heart and do this and that and put your hand on your heart. But sometimes putting our hand over our heart and connecting with our heart is not the thing that's going to connect us to our soul, because we could be connecting just to emotion.
Yes.
Right. And so I think I love how you brought in the soul piece there. It's really about connect even more deeply, more specifically to your soul, to our souls when we do that.
Yeah,
right?
Because sometimes people, they feel so stuck in their head.
Yes.
There is a blockage between head and heart.
Yes.
So the soul, it's infinite. It's expanded if you compare to our mind and body. Because our mind and body is just here for a moment, for experience. Our soul is eternal.
Yes, indeed. Sylvia, I want to thank you for being here with us today on Say Yes to Your Soul. And audience, listeners, I'm just so glad you could be listening to this. And I hope you have been moved in many ways that are going to help you say yes to your soul and be fulfilled with love and light.
Thank you so much, Tessa.
Bye-bye for now.
Thank you for everybody that listened to this today. My love to all of you.
All right. If you're hearing this message, you have listened to our newest Say Yes to Your Soul episode all the way to the end. And for that, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. I invite you to stay updated with me, and the best way to do that is to sign up for my free gift, 3 Steps for How to Reignite Your Soul Fire. And you can get that at tessafreegift.com, tessafreegift.com, or just go to the podcast website, sayyesToYourSoulPodcast.com, and that's where we have all the episodes and more. I wish you an amazing day.